I'm Mark.
And I'm Danny.
And we're game designers. We design games because they're unique in the design world. Instead of solving problems, we give you problems to solve.
We enjoy making games almost as much as people enjoy playing them. In fact, in 2005, I accidentally started an online community to do just that, make games. By 2007, I had so much work that I needed to start a company, QCF Design. That's where he came in. Since then, we've made games to teach maths, grow social entrepreneurship, sell products, and even earn money while we're asleep. We've learned a lot along the way. You might assume that in order to do this, we had to leave South Africa and work for some huge game publisher overseas. Nope, we didn't even visit. We've been here the whole time, working as part of a team to build an independent local industry that you've never heard of. So we'd like to take this opportunity to take you through what makes the South African games industry tick.
So this is Desktop Dungeons, or at least this is what it looked like when we started work on it in 2010. In 2011, it won the award for excellence in design at the Independent Games Festival in San Francisco. Back then, just a prototype. It was also one of only 2 games to beat out that year's mega hit, Minecraft. It's a game you can play in only 10 minutes for the rest of your life. Desktop Dungeons cost 1.6 million rand to develop and was released last year in November. And this is exactly where you won't find it. In fact, none of the local successful games can be found on store shelves. They're all digitally distributed.
So let's talk about what makes digital distribution work. In 2011, local retail games earned over 900 million rand. Local movie box office sales were just 788 million rand. Now that might sound like a great market to aim for, but you'd be wrong. Building and producing physical products is both expensive, time-consuming, and limiting. But a digitally distributed game can be reproduced at absolutely no cost and instantly delivered anywhere in the world, including here in South Africa. Digital distribution also earns more. For every boxed game sold for 600 rand on a shelf, a developer is lucky to pocket just 10 rand. But for every 150 rand sale of Desktop Dungeons online, we get to keep 110. Digital distribution is also flexible. In 2011, our development budget ran out. Then PayPal launched. 1 month later, we were selling Desktop Dungeons pre-orders on our site. Not only did that keep the lights on, the game broke even before it actually released.
And it's going to keep earning. A boxed game makes 80% of its total lifetime value in the first 2 weeks after launch. Digital distribution, however, allows for the long tail. That means that the first 2 weeks of launch account for only 20% of your total lifetime sales. If you're smart, you can fill that tail with sales, specials, and bundles to keep earnings up. So over there is where Desktop Dungeons launched. Then on January 1st, it earned 1 million rand in just 8 hours on a 50% off sale. May 15th, half price again, 1.4 million. And tomorrow, we've got another special going on. A 6-month-old boxed game wouldn't even be in the bargain bin anymore, let alone earning money. That's why we ignore retail. Digital distribution allows independent developers like us to aim for niche markets and out-innovate the large publishers that are stuck on store shelves. It gives us global reach and means that being in South Africa isn't crippling isolation, but is a cost of living strength.
Meet BROFORCE. It's a ridiculous take on action movie nostalgia / parody of US foreign policy. It's by a studio called Free Lives out in Kenilworth. And it's probably the most well-known game to come out of South Africa so far. And it's not even done yet. BROFORCE approached their marketing in a particularly indie way. Because anyone can buy your game at any time, ongoing visibility is paramount. Few teams have marketing budgets, however. In fact, even fewer have the resources to keep up the awareness. That means game development is simply too demanding. That means that our marketing needs to be viral and rooted in channels that are hungry for interesting content. It certainly helps that behind every indie game is a compelling development story. It also helps that indie games lend themselves to video content. There are actual celebrity gamers on YouTube and Twitch TV that earn boatloads of cash recording themselves playing games for their subscribers. One of the most popular Let's Players is this guy, PewDiePie. His first BROFORCE video has earned over 3.8 million views. I don't know if you guys can read that. Here's his second BROFORCE video, 3 million views, and he's done a third. In fact, BROFORCE is so popular on YouTube that it returns over 600,000 search results. All of this marketing, all of this visibility, cost the BROFORCE team absolutely nothing. As indies, we value this sort of word of mouth because it's pure meritocracy. These are the game ideas that are worth expanding and investing in because people already like them. We can't buy users like the free-to-play giants at the top of the App Store because that's simply too expensive. But if you're working on a game and you don't already have buzz amongst the people that are playing your potential players, you're doing it wrong.
That buzz can translate directly into funding of the crowd variety. This is the Kickstarter for STASIS, a horror adventure game by two brothers out of Johannesburg. Adventure games have fallen out of favor with publishers who would rather spend millions and millions of dollars on realistic man shoot number 5, now with more brown. And they do. That leaves this corner of the market wide open for indie developers. Stasis's polished look and unique gameplay got enthusiastic backers to pledge 1.4 million rand. Stasis is no longer a gamble. It's got funding to continue, and it's proved that it has an audience ready and waiting to pick the game up when it releases. Plus, there's a great story angle for the press come launch day. Kickstarter keeps showing us that the massive publishers aren't actually very good at predicting what the market wants. Crowdfunding gives indies like us licenses to innovate.
But with all innovation comes risk. Your game might suck. The quickest way to find out, before you risk spending your life savings on it, is to bounce your game ideas and prototypes off as many people as possible and see what happens. But what if you don't know any game developers? RuneStorm Games is based in Howick, KwaZulu-Natal. They were so isolated out there that all anybody knew about them was that they had mastered the Unreal Engine, and they were working on a game called Rook's Keep. Rook's Keep released last year after 2 years in development. It didn't do well, but the game did bring RuneStorm into contact with other local developers online, specifically with that online community that we mentioned way back at the start of this talk, now a vibrant forum full of game designers, developers, and playtesters. RuneStorm whipped up a joke game concept and posted it. Viscera cleanup detail paints a grim picture. A space station has been decimated by an alien invasion, and the only hope for humanity rests on the shoulders of one lone survivor who must battle back the alien hordes and save the day. That's not you, though. You're just a janitor that has to clean up afterward. It's strangely compelling, and it went absolutely ballistic online, in stark contrast to the reception for Rook's Keep. Viscera Cleanup Detail is only in pre-order, and it's already doing great. It's been in tie-in deals with other games, allowing you to go around cleaning up after their protagonists. And they've even produced a Christmas-styled Santa's Gone Crazy level for extra bonus points. Feedback helps indies manage risk. A strong community can springboard something special that's barely 10 days old to international success. There's no need to waste years of development time anymore.
And now we come to the most important part of this talk. If you take nothing else home with you, remember this, because this is how you get involved. The community that helped RuneStorm, the community that playtests and sanity checks, and has produced some of the most innovative games that we've ever seen, is called MakeGamesSA.
What started as an online forum in 2005 is now a non-profit association that's recognized as an official industry body by the DTI. We run workshops that are in Joburg and Cape Town and Durban, and they're packed. We organize meetups, and we run competitions. We can even get you started coding your own games in under an hour, and you can time us.
Each October, we exhibit at the country's largest electronics and games show, and Braamfontein fills up with indies from all over Africa and the EU each August for the Amaze Johannesburg Games Festival. We've helped our members demo at international conventions, and we're planning trade missions to the US.
Our bursary program is sending 2 students to WITS to earn their B.Eng in game design, a course vetted by and partnered with MakeGamesSA. In 2013, our members produced over 200 playable prototypes, created 30 jobs, and released more than 25 commercial games.
Each game we've mentioned here today wouldn't be possible without the collective skill and experience of the Make Games community. And each of these companies is now a core member of that community, lending their knowledge to the next round of games. We're working on formalizing that entire process as part of games incubators in both Johannesburg and Cape Town.
And we've done all this on 0 funding. What we need now is you. We need you to spread the word, not for the foreign currency we bring in or the kids we teach to program. Do it because games create problem solvers that treat failure not as an obstacle, but an opportunity to learn. And we desperately need more people like that. The only way to get them is to build more games that switch them on.
So, tell your friends, buy our games, and make your own. We'll help.